I know. You're starting to get bored with all the fake news CNN reports. What am I going to do? If they're going to air them, I'm going to show them. So let's watch this video. CNN's international diplomatic editor, Nic Robertson, went on air today and said that German Chancellor Angela Merkel is holding the G20 summit in Hamburg instead of a more remote location to humiliate President Donald Trump. This is a huge lie. The Associated Press reported more than a year ago, when Hillary Clinton was supposed to win, that they were holding the G20 summit meeting at this site. Take a look for yourself.
UK. CNN's Nic Robertson is live in Hamburg, where one of the interesting G20 dynamics this time, Nick, will include demonstrations much closer to the event site than we've become accustomed to in recent years. Why is that?
Yeah, there is a reason for it, quite simply. Angela Merkel has chosen to hold this summit in an environment, in a location that can be surrounded by protesters. It's not as we see some summits on a remote hilltop that the whole village or the town around it is secure. And there will be protesters here. There were protesters last night. The police had to turn a water cannon on about 1,000 of them. They just sort of rained it on them, didn't wash them off the streets. There was a women's protest just down beside here a little while ago. But the essence of the idea here is not forgetting that Angela Merkel is in a re-election campaign this year. The protesters will be able to get close so that, in part, President Trump can hear the voices of dissent here in Germany, here in Europe. So that, in part, President Trump can hear the voices of dissent here in Germany, here in Europe.
Do not attack these stellar reporters of CNN who have their sources.
And that voice of dissent, Angela Merkel's voice of dissent with President Trump over their different views on trade, the concerns about protectionism from the United States. Angela Merkel was quoted in a popular weekly political paper here, saying that the United States sees globalization differently to how we do. We see a win-win situation, she said. The United States sees winners and losers where only some profit in globalization. So the stakes have been set pretty high there, and the people of Germany and others will be able to give voice and vent their frustrations and feelings that perhaps the German Chancellor is too polite to say in the terms that they will.